So 3 weeks ago, my precious little sheep, Tinkles, she got the barber pole worm, and we almost lost her. The vet was able to come. She got a blood transfusion that saved her life. Today, she's doing good enough that she's ready to go back out in the lane. I'm gonna miss her. She still come up here and see me all the time. Oh, Charlie's been up here with her too, so she gets to go back out as well. Excuse us, Tiny. Come on, Tinkles. You get to be free. Are you loving on Tiny? They're so cute. Look at you, girl. You're free. You can go anywhere you want. You've got this. I love you. It's just a graduation day for everybody today because Janut has been in this little 8x8 pen for 1 week now. Brought her in from the field. Her mama didn't want her. Janut ended up going from cow to cow stealing milk. So Janut ended up with this abscess on her face from where she got kicked. On Wednesday, she got to have surgery on her face, had all of the scar tissue taken out. She's really on the mend. Sometimes feeding her bottle is a struggle still. I'm gonna let her out into the barn. So she's got free range inside of here, just like Tiny. You're free. It's okay, Tiny. It's okay. I'm gonna go to your house. You're gonna go hide for a while. You'll get used to her. I know she's a little crazy. My big cow got jealous. So we're having to fresh sassy. Tiny, did you give up? You just gonna take a nap? Are you playing? It's gonna be good, Tiny. Oh, there's a gate there, Janut. Oh, that's a house. You'll get it figured out. Poor Tiny. What do you think, Tiny? She just wants to play with you. Went to hug on Tiny and she just felt hot. Her fever's just such a high fever, 106.3. A little crackling when she breathes, so that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But the vet is supposed to call me back here in just maybe the next hour. I went ahead and gave her some Banamines. That'll help her fever come down, and if she's in any pain, it'll help that too. You're just gonna rest in your house for a little while? Okay. Update on Tiny. The vet thinks it's most likely pneumonia. Most likely because she may be a little immunocompromised and prone to pneumonia from lack of getting good colostrum from her mama after she was born. I know she got the first feeding, but after that, she only got the colostrum replacer that I bought for her. And even though it's good, it's not mama's. She told me to give her a dose of Exceed, and when I went back down to the barn tonight, I was so delighted to see her up and bouncing around. Now, not back to her full spunky self, but definitely feeling better, and that's most likely due to the Banamine that I gave her earlier, which definitely lowered the fever. So I went ahead and gave her the dose of Exceed, and honestly, I think that should pull her right on out. It's just really good to see her up and moving around and feeling somewhat more like herself. I also gave her a dose of Amplamune. Amplamune is typically used for calves ages 1 to 5 days. It's just a good immune system boost, but you can actually use it for cattle of any age to boost their immune systems. Talking to the vet, there were other things we discussed because Tiny has had significant hair loss in the last 7 days. She's got spots on her now that are almost completely bald. When the vet came and checked Tiny out this past Wednesday when she did Janet's surgery, she thought that, and she very well may still have allergies, causing her to be itchy, to lose her hair. But she also noticed then that her lungs sounded just a little congested. And she went towards allergies because on Wednesday, Tiny did not have a fever. She said she may have very well ran a fever before that, causing the hair loss, because high fevers in animals does cause hair loss. And I knew this with sheep. It'll cause them to just shed their wool right off. Like now, if I go to pet Tiny, the floofs her hair just falls out. So I told her, I said, you're like an exotic little cow, because hairless cats are worth more money, right? I just have a pricey little heifer. She's gonna be really pricey, I'm afraid. But that's okay, because I love her. And I love her no matter what battles we have ahead of us. But she's a strong little thing. Hopefully her immune system will start catching up. Just a rough start here at the beginning. Janet's letting me pet her now. Pet her. Janet took her bottle tonight. I didn't have to hold her down and force her to drink. She took it. I was even able to switch her over to the bucket before she was even halfway through. Progress! Tiny laid on down a little before Janet, but when Janet was ready to lay down, she went over and laid beside a Tiny. Things are definitely looking up.